Hello, this is Raisno. So let's continue to make this game in Java. So last time we have created this window for the game. So we're gonna use this window to create a game. So this time we're gonna make the title screen of this game. Okay, so how to make the title screen? So first, I'm thinking to place title name here, and also place start button that you can click around here. So let's make this title name first. And to make this title name, okay, we will use a thing called a JPanel. Another like a J stuff. And we can choose a name like a title name panel, something. And we need to import this JPanel as well. So JPanel is imported, so we can use this JPanel now. Okay, title name panel equal new JPanel. Okay, so initialization like this one. And the next is kind of similar to this set size, but this time we type like this: title name panel dot set bounds, and yeah, like a XY width height. So what these means? Let me type the number first. 100, like 100, like 600, 150. You can choose these numbers. So what this means? This means how to explain? We are going to place a panel to display a title name. So it's like creating a space for the text, title text. And this first number means this title name panel starts from x-axis 100, and this means y-axis. So it's like this is a 0 0 0x 0y, and like 100x and 100y. So means this title name panel starts from here, and its width is like a 600 width, like this 600. This is a x width, and this means height 150. So yeah, this means it starts from 100x 100y. So this is the start point, and the panel size is 600 pixel and 150 height. But I'm sorry, I think this is kind of difficult to understand. My explanation is I'm gonna show you visually. I think it's much easier to understand. So just a moment, please. Okay, so now the next is title name panel dot set background color, and okay, let me choose blue this time. So what this means, this kind of similar to this one, set background color. So we are choosing the color for this panel, title name panel. Okay, and next is, okay, we're gonna type like this: com dot add a title name panel. Okay, what this means? Last time we created this container and named con as con. In my understanding, this container is like a base, and you can put several things on this base. Imagine like there is an individual base on this window, and on this base you can put a lot of stuff like a panel or a button or something. So it's like a window is the lowest one, and the next one is container, and on this container you can place like a button or a panel or text or something like that. So it's like a three layers: window, container, and other thing. So yeah, this means you can just add this title panel, name panel on this container. Okay, so let me run this program and see how it looks like. Okay, so like this. So this blue stuff is the this title name panel we just created, and since we've set its color as blue, so the color is blue. I chose blue color because if I chose black color, then you cannot see where the panel is, because everything is black. So I'm gonna change this to black later though, but for now I keep this as blue color. So this means 100. So this means x 100 and y 100. It starts from here, and this width is 600. X width is 600, this one, and 150. So height is 150. So that's what this means. These four numbers mean. So if you change like this is 200, and run the program, yeah, so it becomes like this. Now it has only 200 width, but it's kind of too short, so I think I'm gonna make this as 600. And so now we have created this panel, but we still need to make a title text. So the next step is create a text and put the text on this panel. Okay, so to do that, so to display texts, we use stuff called JLabel. So with this JLabel, you can display texts on the screen. So like a title name label, and we need to import this JLabel too. Okay, so JLabel is imported, and so we need to set some parameter for this title name label. So it's kind of similar to this panel. Name label equal new JLabel. What? Label. Okay. And inside of this bracket, we can type text here. Like so, I'm gonna type the title of this game. So adventure. So this is the game title. I know this is a very simple name, but this is a sample game. So and now title name label dot set foreground color dot white. So what this means, not set the background this time, but the foreground, and the color is white. So this means basically color of the text. So I didn't choose black because if you choose, the screen is black. So if you choose black color text, then you cannot see the text. So I chose white color as a font color. So what's next? So then we are going to add this title name label to this title name panel. So we're gonna put this on this panel. And to do that, so we type like this: title name panel dot add a title name label. So yeah, similar to this. Okay, so let's check this by running the program. Okay, like this. Yeah, the text is displayed adventure and in white color, but it's very small as you can see. So we need to set the font size as well. So we need to set the font data. Otherwise, default text is kind of too small. So this doesn't look good. So okay, so let's set the font data for this title text. So to do that, I'm gonna type here font and title font and equal a new font and bracket, and I'm gonna use, wait a minute, I'm gonna use Times New Roman dot font dot not font dot plain and 28 or something, and we need to import this font as well. Import font. So font is also imported. And so what this means, we just created like a customized font called title font. So you can choose whatever name you want, and so this title font is new font, and I chose this font Times New Roman because I like this font, and this is like a font style, and this is the font size. It's 28. So yeah, I want to use this font for this title name label. So to do that, title name label set font and title font. So yeah, like this. So with this code, you can use this title font that you just created for this title name label. So let's check the result. Yeah, so now it's like this. But I think it's still small, the font is. So maybe 28 is just still too small. So yeah, let's choose like 90 or something. And let's check it. Okay, so now I think it looks better. Adventure. So looks like a title, game title. So yeah, this way, so you can choose the size of the font. So you can create any number of these customized font like this. So that's the end of making this title text. So yeah, we created this panel, title name panel, and then we created this label, title name label. So we placed this title name label on this title name panel, and we placed this panel on this container. The lowest is window, and then container, then panel, then label. So yeah, it's kind of complicated, but this way you can pretty much customize your screen. You can choose where to place this panel, by setting these numbers. Okay, and let's change this panel color. I was setting this as blue, but let's change this to black. And let's see. Okay, so it looks better now, right? But actually there is a invisible panel here, so I wanted to show where this panel is, so that's why I chose blue color. Okay, so now we created this title name. So the next step is to create a start button. So we're gonna create a button around here. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so now, to create this start button, we need to create another panel, this JPanel, for this button. So I'm gonna name this as a start bottom panel, and yeah, just like this, we're gonna create another panel. So start bottom panel, call new JPanel, and start bottom panel, and set the bounds again. So basically we decide where to place this panel on the screen. And so I'm gonna choose like a 300 and Y 400, and width 200 and height 100. And start bottom panel, set background color as okay, I'm gonna choose blue again. So it's easier to understand. So the panel is created. So then add this panel to this container again, just like we did for this title name panel. So con dot add start bottom panel. Okay, so let's check this. Check the result. Okay, so looks like this. So we placed 300 and 400. This is the start point, and the width is 200 and the height is 100. So this is the size and the place of this new panel, start bottom panel. So the next we are gonna create a start button and place on this panel. That's our next step. And so to do that, we're gonna use another thing called another J thing called Jbutton, and I'm gonna name this as start button, and need to import. Okay, so Jbutton is imported, and so yeah, we're gonna set a parameter for this Jbutton as well. Start bottom equal new Jbutton, and start bottom dot set background color dot black, start bottom dot set foreground dot color dot white. So this background, set background, means basically the color of this button, and the foreground means basically the color of the text for this button. So yeah, just like this JLabel, we can place write text here, and I'm gonna write start. So this text will be displayed on this button. And what we need to do next is we're gonna place this button on this bottom panel. So just like we did, we placed this label on this panel, so we need to place this button on this panel, and this panel will be placed on this container. So to do that, okay, start bottom panel, add start bottom. Okay, so yeah, it's done. So okay, let's check the result. Okay, yep, so this is the start button, but it's quite small though. But yeah, basically we created this button and placed on this panel. But since we used the default text again, so yeah, it's kind of too small, so we want to make this bigger. But if we use this font, title font, I think it would be too big, so I think we better create another custom font for this text. So let's do it. So yeah, let's make another font here. So font, okay, so like a normal text, normal font, equal font. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use this Times New Roman again. Roman font, plain. I think, yeah, this time like 30. And we, yeah, just like we did for this label. Okay, we're gonna set font start bottom dot set font and normal font. Okay, let's check the result. So this looks better, I think. And let's change this panel color from blue to black. Okay, let's see. Okay, so like this. So this looks better, I think. Very simple though. But this looks like a kind of a title screen. Yeah, so that's the end of making title screen. So yeah, first we made window, and then created a title panel, name panel, and title name panel, and the title name label, title name adventure. And then we created a panel, start button panel, so panel for this start button. And then we created this Jbuton start button, and place this Jbuton on this panel. And this is done. So on the next video, we're gonna create the actual gameplay screen, and also we're gonna write a program that makes you move from this title screen to the game screen. So basically we need to add function to this button. So if you click this button, then the screen changes, to the game screen. So game starts basically. So that's what we're gonna do next. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and see you again. Bye.